As always, we praise Allah, the most exalted and the most high, the omniscient and the omnipotent, the most merciful and the most benevolent, who says and is saying is always the truth. Allah intends every ease for you in the deen and in your own life. And Allah does not wish to put you into difficulties. This is the saying of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. I thank Him, I adore Him, I appreciate Him, and I glorify Him the Most High to the level of the status of the most deserving of His majesty and honor, the Most High and the Most Exalted. I bear witness and testify that nothing deserves true worship except Allah, the Creator, the Nourisher and the Sustainer of the world, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who made ease, simplicity and leniency and forbearance and the absence of hardship as the most important emblem of the deen and one of the most important objectives of the deen. Who says in the glorious Quran, and He did not put upon you any hardship in the deen. I also bear witness and testify that our master, our guide, our exemplar, the most distinguished of all Allah's creations, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is Allah's servant and messenger, and the final of all of them, and the most beloved before Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, the most truthful, the one sent with the straight path of religion from Allah as a mercy to the mankind. May Allah's peace and benediction continue to be on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companions, and all those who in righteousness emulate them. May Allah make us be among them. Amen. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the theme of our sermon today centers on the imperative of taking things slow and steady. The importance or the imperatives of taking things easy, slow and steady. Brothers and sisters in Islam, fear Allah as much as you can. Fear Allah to the best of your ability. Listen and listen good. And active listening, not passive listening. Active listening is the listening which moves you forward to do that which you are commanded. And active obedience to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Fear Allah as much as you can. Listen and listen good. And then obey Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Obedience through total submission to Him in humility, in love and respect to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And you should know the greatest reasons through which successful life is obtained, a blessed life is obtained, is through taking things easy, slow and steady. Taking things in leniency, taking things in forbearance, taking things little by little. Don't overshoot the bounds. Take things easy. And making one far away, distant away from taking the hard angle, the harsh angle, the difficult angle. Rather, do away with this for your peace of mind, for your peace of mind and for your tranquility, because of the manifest nature of man, which is weakness. Man is a weak being. Therefore, he needs to take things easy. It is indeed very, very important. And that one should really avoid creating worries for himself. One should avoid creating worries for himself, difficult issues for himself. One should really avoid this. This is indeed very, very important. Create not worry for yourself, which will now put you into very difficult situations and moments. It is indeed very, very important. Can't a Muslim pity himself? Can't a Muslim pity himself and be compassionate to himself and accept the commandments of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in the glorious Quran as the most important emblem of Islam, meaning simplicity and the removal of hardship? Can't a Muslim accept the pristine teachings of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam based on these very important objectives of the Islamic law, the Sharia of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala? It is important that we look at these issues. In your life, why do you make things difficult for yourself? Why? Take it easy. Why would you want to go into competition? Why do you want to go into competition which you don't have the wherewithal? Just because your friend has whatever. It could be the most latest model of cars. Yours is also beautiful and serves your own purpose. Why would you put yourself in difficulty that you must have like his own? Take it easy. In your own life, take things easy. Don't put yourself into difficulty, and that we should avoid rivalry and unhealthy competition in life. Be yourself. Put not yourself into difficulty. For Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, even in the deen, even the religion, which Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala created us for that purpose, Allah asks us to take things easy, slow and steady. Is indeed very, very important. Allah the Most High in the glorious Quran says, Allah intends every ease for you. Allah intends every ease, every simplicity for you. Allah wishes not to put you into difficulty. Elsewhere Allah says, and He has not put any hardship unto you in the religion. And Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, Allah wishes leniency, simplicity, because man is created a weak being. Therefore, hardship is not part of the nature of man. if you try to really suffer this psychological complex of having to put hardship upon yourself, beyond that you can contend, then you are creating a trouble to yourself. You suffer all sorts of complexes. There could be psychological, there could be medical, there could be social, whatever. Therefore, stop putting yourself into difficulty. They said, slow and steady, what wins the race? You do it simple and win. It's very, very important. Allah Ta'ala says, kill not yourselves, for Allah is most merciful to you. Don't put yourself into difficulty. Everything in this religion is simple. That is why, if you see anybody taking it really in an excessive way, you find him in a very serious crisis and serious problems. Those people who think others are not Muslims, until you kill, until you destroy, until you maim, until you abuse, until all these things are not religion at all. Therefore, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while enunciating and explaining this important quality of simplicity, is leniency and forbearance, alayhi salatu wassalam. He gave us a very big glad tidings, alayhi salatu wassalam, a very big news, in which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, shall I inform you of the person who is forbidden to hellfire to devour him? Or shall I inform you of a person Allah has made forbidden to hellfire to touch that person? He said, every close person, simple person, gentle person, who takes things slow and steady and indeed easy. Therefore, you could see the glad tidings given by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Therefore, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a president, you could be a minister, you could be a governor, whoever you are. You could have the highest academic qualification. You could be the richest. But the bottom line is that your personality counts and matters. Are you gentle? Are you simple? Are you easygoing? Do you have the listening ear? Do you respect others? This is Islam. And according to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, these four qualities attract Jannah, and Allah forbids the hellfire to touch any person with these four qualities. According to the hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, no choice was given to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on two things, except he chose the easiest and the simplest, as long as it is not a sin or disobedience to Allah Ta'ala. No choice was given to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam over two things, without him choosing the easiest and the simplest. But if it is disobedience to Allah, if it is a sin, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam avoids it to the utmost level, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he never took revenge for himself. Rasulullah never ever took revenge for himself against any iniquity, against any wrong extended to him, abusing him, backbiting him, even to an extent, even inflicting injury on him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Injury on him, so never took revenge, except if it is the laws of Allah, or if it were the laws of Allah that were being trampled, then he took proper he took proper punishment for those, because that is Allah's laws. Or those are Allah's laws, but of himself at all, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can call him whatever you want to call him. You can come to him and say whatever. You can inflict injury upon him, but he has left that for the sake of Allah ta'ala. May Allah give us these qualities. And elsewhere, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Allah is lenient, and Allah loves leniency, and He gives so many goodness through leniency, what He does not give in violence and other negative attitudes, alayhi salatu wassalam. One day, one of the companions in a delegation of people who went to see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, named Ashadju Abdi Qais. The delegation came, and from a distance, when the team of the delegation saw Rasulullah, they rushed to him in a rush manner. Ashadju ibn Qais really climbed down from his animal and then found a place and tied the animal, and really brought out just like a towel and really cleaned himself and brought another garment and put, and he went in gentility to Rasulullah. He said, you have two very distinguished qualities loved by Allah. He said, Ya Rasulullah, which are they? He said, forbearance, leniency, and doing things gently, slow and steady. It's very important. In your family, in your business, in your neighborhood, even your children, be lenient to them. Be simple to them. Be approachable to them. To the neighborhood, to brothers, to colleagues, wherever. Rasulullah, remember the four qualities, said, shall I inform you of a person who is forbidden to hellfire to touch that person? He said, any close person to people, any simple person, any approachable person, any lenient person, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Therefore, there's no need for us to be harsh, to be hardened, hard-hearted, and so on. That is why you see, whoever tries to create this artificial difficulty upon himself suffers so many complexes. There could be medical, there could be psychological, there could be social. You will not be able to live with people. If you look at yourself that I'm on top of all, who are you? You have so many loopholes to yourself. So do things slow and steady. Take things easy. Take things easy is very important. According to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, while teaching us to always give good news, not to be bad news. They say, Mr. So, no, that one is a bad news, because nothing good comes out. Why should we be always negative? It's very terrible. And this is the psyche of a Nigerian. Nigerians don't see things positively as it relates to maybe family, to neighborhood, it's always the negative way. But unfortunately, where they are supposed to be harsh and hard, they are not found there. They look like just sheep, like fools, and they'll not be able to do anything. Therefore, let us really take this. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, make things easy and don't make them difficult. Give good news to people, glad tidings. Don't scare them. Stop scaring people. Take life easy. May Allah Ta'ala grant us the moral quality and the might and men to be able to really put in our character these important qualities. Doing things easy, slow, and steady. May Allah guide us aright. Wherever you find Muslim community in a very serious torment and troubles, the way we have the extremists, the way we have them all over the place, thinking that it is only they who exist. Any other person is a kafir. Any other person is stupid. And they lack simple patience. You are like them, but they say they want to take your life. A'udhu billah. We have organizations today, oh no, everybody is a kafir. How can we live like this? While we have these teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, let us ponder. For ourselves, let us please do it slow and steady. Let us be gentle. In whatever we do, may Allah guide us right. May He continue to be with us. May He continue to guide us. May He relieve us of difficult moments. We ask you, Ya Allah, as we head towards the 2019 general elections, Allah will ask you to grant us peaceful and credible election. Give us peaceful and credible leaders, people who will bring the real change to the society. May Allah guide us aright. May He continue to be with us. We remember in our prayers, one brother who used to pray with us here, called Baba Allah Abdul Qadir, who used to pray with us, has passed on. May Allah Ta'ala forgive him and forgive his shortcomings. May Allah continue to be with us.